Well, we're going to go into the interview right away. Okay, well, here we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, again. This is Dr. E, and tonight we have a very special guest with us. Tonight we are going to have the long awaited interview with DJ Drew. So here is DJ Drew. Good
Hey, Dr.
evening.
E.
Good evening, DJ Drew. How are you?
Why are you disturbing my peace?
That is my claim to fame.
I'm telling you, it's what you do best.
I disturb everybody best. Well, it's good to have you here.
It's good to be on your show. An honor, as a matter of fact.
Thank you so much. We have been trying to have this interview for a while, and if we finally get it going.
Yes, sir.
Well, our listeners really would like to get to know you on the DJ spot. This is a section where we focus on the natural vibes DJs and who they are, getting our audience to get to know these DJs a little bit better. And our first guest is DJ Drew. So DJ Drew, tell me about yourself a little bit. What is your claim to fame?
My claim to fame, I don't know. I don't think I have any, but I'm coming from Savlamar. That's where I was born, and then moving to Kingston, the son of a preacher man.
You're
And
born
that,
in Savlamar. That's deep
yes,
country.
yeah, not quite as deep a country as you are from in St. Catherine, in the deep rural recesses.
Well, I went to school barefooted, so I'm
Hmm.
fine with that.
Okay, all right.
So you're the son of a preacher, huh?
Hmm.
Wow.
My father was an ordained minister.
Okay, so the chip don't fall far from the tree.
But I guess not. I guess not. Ministry is in the blood,
That's awesome.
maybe in a different form, not
So
necessarily the spoken word, but through music.
so how long have you been in the US?
I've been in the U.S. For about 10 years.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So
But we
are
have been
you
in
married?
the
Are
U.S.
you
for 10
married?
years. I'm very married,
Okay.
as in 33 years, very married.
33 years. Wow,
Yep.
that's amazing. I
I'm
mean,
sure that's more than you.
well, I'm way past you. I'm 90
Okay.
years married now.
Really? Yes,
Well,
sir.
I'm certain that Nadia is kind of I mean, she stayed married to you for 33 years.
With all my faults that begin with a capital F.
Okay. Do you have any children?
Yes, we have one beautiful, wonderful son.
And he's an awesome musician himself.
He is. He is an amazing guitarist.
Oh, that's great. Guys, I had the opportunity to spend some time with DJ Drew and his family over the weekend encounter, and it was a fantastic time. We got a chance to eat and drink some Jamaican food, so that was nice being there.
That's right.
In Chicago, we don't get a lot of Jamaican culinary things, but it's good to have a chance to talk and be with DJ Drew. So, DJ Drew,
Hmm.
are you working now? And what are you retired? Are you been involved in music? Tell us
No,
about your work
I'm not
life.
retired. I've been working in the aviation industry for some time.
Uh-huh.
But first, I am a singer.
Oh, you're a
I'm
singer.
music is what I do first.
Okay, but I know that you also do a lot of advertisements and dub of a voice, etc.
Yeah, I do a lot of voiceovers. I've advertised for many major companies. It's been my pleasure and honor to do so.
Okay, you said music is your first love. Have
Yes.
you done any albums?
Did one album with a group, did quite a few with Father Holong and friends. Some of
Hmm.
our listeners should be familiar with Father Holong
Uh-huh.
and have done a lot of solo work. I'm actually trying to work on my solo album right now.
Hmm. Well, we do have something that you had done with Prodigal some time ago. Let's see if we can play this song and hear DJ Drew. Here we go.
All right.
God do it 2 years and 1 month. You figure it
Hey,
out.
DJ Drew, you want to set this up for me? What is this song about?
Okay, this song here is
happened here?
called Creation Shout. Right? It's based on the psalm that says, the heavens declare the glory of God and the firmament shows his handiwork. It basically is saying, we don't really need to ask God to speak. He speaks through everything around us. He has been speaking for a long time. Many times we like to say, "Oh Lord, speak to us." When the Lord is speaking loudly and clearly, but we are the ones who are probably not listening.
Well, let's hear DJ Drew with Prodigal with Creation Shouts.
God do it 2 years and 1 month. You figure it out. Angela Lenz, Prodigal son. Singer. Creation shouts. So open up your ears and listen. The words will sound. Not a duck, not a come and don't listen. Creation shouts. So open up your eyes and listen. The words will sound. Not a duck, not a come and don't listen. Listen. We don't need to ask him to speak. He's already speaking. Don't need to ask him to reveal himself. He does it every day. Everything. Creation declares it day and night. Yes, sir. His omnipotent power. It means in the unlimited might. Creation shouts. Lord. So open up your ears and listen. The words will sound. Not a duck, not a come and don't listen. Creation shouts. So open up your eyes and listen. The words will sound. Not a duck, yo, Andrew, beg your help and listen. Yo, God, I talk to we. To the mountains and the clouds, him a holler to we. East, west, north, south, him a beckon. Every minute, every hour, every second. But we no reckon. Yo, him speak to thunder and lightning. Come sometime it frightening. He speak to sleet and rain and snow. It fall upon the tongue like lightning. Speak to vast and weak and deaf. Speak to the strong and the weak and speak to the bold and the meek and speak to the body and the bleak and yo. Speak to the gospel DJs and the ones who love tradition. But when God speak, him does speak division. Creation shouts. Allah. So open up your ears and listen. The words will sound. Every day. Not a duck, not a come and don't listen. Creation shouts. So open up your eyes and listen. The words will sound. Not a duck, not a come and don't listen. When you think you're in control, you're only fooling yourself. You got to seek the kingdom, the Lord and nobody else. His righteousness. So do you want to hear him speak? Yeah. So do you want to hear him speak? Speak, Lord. Chat to me like Moses when you push them, you burn down. Make Pharaoh and his chariot and throw the river come down. You chat to me so sweet like dumpling and some rundown. Me want to hear your voice from the sun up to the sun down. Chat to me like the woman with the little bit of oil. Chat to me like the one where they are the well, you make she smile. You take some time off, me want you chat to me a while. Chat to me like Sal and Tony Pardo after style. So many things God wants to show us. Never see everything he says is from his heart. Yes, sir. A love we can't comprehend. A love he's had for us from the start. Yes, sir. But yet we try to run the show, living life as if we know. But one thing's for certain, round in circles is where we'll go. Creation shouts. So open up your ears and listen. The words will sound. Not a duck, not a come and don't listen. Creation shouts. So open up your eyes and listen. The words will sound. Not a duck, not a come and don't listen.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, that was interesting. Tell us about this song. When did you do this?
Well, I know it's over 10 years ago. Sometimes you record these things and you kind of forget when you actually did it. But yeah, it was quite some time ago. I think it's closer to 20 years ago.
Okay, but your voice sounds about the same.
Well, we've been trying to keep it in tune
So
after all this time.
how did you get started in the music industry? How did you get started in this thing?
Well, when I was going to school, Arden to be exact, I joined the first and only ever boys choir.
Mm.
There hasn't been one since.
Well, I was at KC, and we had the KC Boys Choir. I was in the choir myself.
Right. Well, this one is the first one at Arden.
Oh,
And the only
you
one
mean
at Arden.
the substandard one?
Listen, watch it. I'm telling you, I hear that KC thing coming out, you know. Anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, yeah, it was under the tutelage of Curtis Watson. If you're familiar with who
Yes.
Curtis Watson is, Curtis Watson was one of Jamaica's first opera singers. He and his wife, Pauline Forrest Watson. So he was our choir master, and he is the one who discovered the talent. He's the one who pushed it, and I had entered the Festival of the Arts back in
1912. Okay.
and won a bronze that year.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and then it's kind of a regret I have about the school system in Jamaica. We only seem to train our children to pass exams, not necessarily to excel in their talents.
That's correct.
Right.
That's correct.
So
That's correct.
I believe that we need to have schools that identify talent at an early age
and nurture them.
Yeah, because let me tell you, there are such schools here in the US where, okay, if you have children who are interested in architecture, they're all put together in one class. And in doing architecture, you're learning the math associated with architecture, geography associated with architecture, physics associated with architecture, and history. All of those subjects that we do in school, but we want to teach them the history of their area of interest.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, so the same thing in music. There is the biology. How does the body work in terms of the diaphragm? How does it work when you're singing? Right? The history of music.
Well, we have a friend of ours, Dennis Howard, who is actually a big guy in a proponent for trying to make a change in that direction, which is kind of great.
And kudos to my brother Dennis.
Yes, great guy. We actually went to school together. We're classmates.
You know, I'm really concerned. No, that is why Dennis kind of not too righted. His association with Dr. E.
We were best friends in high school, and even he's actually one of my oldest friends, and that we were in school together and we competed together and we sharpened each other, so to speak.
And
so
you and I competed against each other back in 1984.
Yes, we did. That was a challenge. We won't go over that.
Right. But both of us, I think we owe a lot to Youth for Christ.
Yes, that's
true. It taught
true.
us so much.
That's so true. Right? Youth for Christ have nurtured a lot of talents, and all of us are the products of Youth for Christ.
Exactly.
Actually.
Youth for Christ, Talents for Christ.
Yes, and with Jerry Gallimore and all those fantastic guys who were with us. That was fantastic. Anyway, one more thing. I know you have been involved in radio for quite a while.
Yes.
You were on Power? What's it, Power?
No, I was on Cool 97. Actually, broadcast the first show on Cool 97.
Wow.
And then, I actually was on RJR before that. And then I was on Cool 97 and then back on RJR.
Wow, wow. You mentioned that you worked with Youth for Christ for a while, and you guys did a lot of. You're in a group after in Youth for Christ,
Yes,
weren't
that
you?
formed out of Youth for Christ, out of the Talents for Christ
Uh-huh.
competition, a group called the Living Stones.
Oh yes,
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
that was a fantastic group.
And we both have a mutual friend, a good mutual friend from that group, Joanne. Remember Joanne
Oh,
Richards?
yeah, Joan. How can I forget Joan Richards? She is. We sang so many times together. Joan
Yes.
is one of my best friends, so I love that girl.
And just a sidebar here, you need to just look her up on YouTube. She does daily readings
Mhm.
of the scripture in Patois,
Yes, she is one of
right?
Jamaica's premier patois proponents right now.
That's right. That's
So
right.
that's and the
So check it
Bible
out.
in patois is great.
Yes, yes.
So yes, if you don't know Joan Richards, look her up on YouTube. She has a fantastic program where every morning she has a reading from the scriptures that are very exciting in patois, in our Jamaican language.
That's
All
right.
right, we have another song, Andrew, that
Mhm.
you did some time ago. You want to set this one up?
All right, that was done when during a very short stint with a group called Change. It was the first gospel reggae group to be signed to a US label.
That was
And this
interesting.
was from the album, the only album that was published.
Well, let me see if I can get this going for you. I
All
hope I
right.
can get it start this time. I know I was trying to get it start earlier, and we are having some challenges, but let's see.
Life will be much better than it is now. He'll make you free and happy, give you life eternally. Tell me, why won't you try? Why won't you try? You'll make your life worth the living. Free from all sin and misery. Now don't turn your back on him or you'll be sorry. 'Cause he's the only one with hope for you and me. Why won't you take the Lord in your life? Life will be much better than it is now. Make you free and happy. He will give you life eternally. So tell me, why won't you try? Why won't you try? He has for you peace and happiness. To your weary soul, he'll bring comfort and rest. He'll give you love and true understanding. Just take him in your life and you will see. So why won't you take the Lord in your life? Be much better than it is now. Make you free and happy. He will give you life eternally. So tell me, why won't you try? Why won't you try? He has for you peace and happiness. And to your weary soul, he'll bring comfort and rest. Now he'll give you love and true understanding. you try? Why won't you try? You see, he's been so good to me. Take be much better than it is now. Make you free and happy. He'll give you life eternally. So tell me, why won't you try? Why won't you try it now, try it now, try it now, try it now? Take the Lord in your life.
Well, that is Change
Be much better.
with Angel Lawrence as the lead singer.
And just as in other groups, we have another mutual friend from this group, Bobby Stewart.
Yes, we have several mutual friends. Here's Bobby Stewart. Who was the pianist again for this one? Is it John
Noel.
Sharp?
Noel.
Oh, it's Noel. Oh,
Well, it was
Noel
John
Wallace.
Sharp, Noel Wallace.
Uh-huh.
Right. So that we have those mutual friends there.
Wow. I love the bass line in this song.
Yeah, man, that
Who
was
was
Rohan
playing-
Reed, one of Jamaica's foremost.
Where is he
bassist.
now?
Rohan is in Florida. I actually play a lot of his music
Mm,
on Natural Vibes and with a lot of his instrumentals. And I did a couple background vocals and lead vocals on a couple of his albums as well.
that's interesting. Anyway, let's move to a different subject. You are doing a lot of commercials these days. I noticed that you were actually the announcer for the festival in Jamaica, right?
Oh, that was a Grand Gala.
Oh,
That
that's
was
a
actually my third time doing it.
oh, so you're a popular voice in Jamaica, right?
I've done a lot of work for the government.
So you're one of those persons we call famous.
No. I
You
just
know,
do my thing and go home.
I remember when we were in Jamaica that you and I and a couple other people, Neil White and so forth,
Yes.
we did do some singing. We were the first ones to do singing on JBC. You remember those days?
That's right. Morning time.
Yes.
That worship section of Morning Time. And you and I did a couple duets.
Yes,
Yes.
we have done several duets.
Yep,
Right.
yep.
And I remember we did the National Prayer Breakfast, the National Crusades. You know,
Yes.
it was an interesting time. Anyway, let's continue with this commercial thing. You have been doing a lot of commercials so far. How did you get started in that?
Well, that was just the end of my teen years.
Mhm.
Had a friend back then who wanted me to do on camera presentation for a regional conference, which is a missionary conference called Conicar. Remember Conicar?
Yeah, I remember Connie Carr very well.
Right, right. So I did that, and this same friend was working at an advertising agency at the time, and then he asked me to do one commercial. It
Mhm.
was actually for Vicks. That was the
Oh,
first one.
Vicks.
Vicks
Oh, yeah.
Primex. That spray that you do when you have your
Yes.
stuffy nose. Yeah, we did. So we did that one, and then people from other agencies started listening, and as they say, the rest is history.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm really proud of you in that space. Now, you have been with Natural Vibes for a while. You're one of the premier or the first persons on this station. Tell
No,
us about
actually
your
not.
involvement.
No, I came on, and I don't want Errol to hear this, about 3 or 4 years after he had asked me initially. I know he's going to call me and quarrel with me about this because he wanted me to start a few years ago when we had done actually the first event at the same space that we
Mhm.
did this last event. It was
Good.
an event called Let's Go Dancing,
Mm.
and that was really nice. We had Fab Five and had a really great time. So after that came on the station, I have absolutely no regrets for coming on and have met some really great people. Errol, of course, in being one of the foremost ones. Even though he gives me so much trouble, I still love him. I yeah, he's still my friend. He's like a big
Well,
brother.
well, it's really great to have you with us here, DJ Drew. Any special recommendations or comments you want to make to your listeners? Your favorite? Oh, before we go, your Quiet Vibes. What is the concept behind that show, and what are your plans? What do you have coming up?
Well, Quiet Vibes is really that after work drive time jam. You know, most of the time it's not quiet at all. So
I
people might
noticed that
scream
you
a
do
little
have some
bit.
interviews going on there as well.
Yes, we have some interviews, and those are always very informative. I have interviewed people like Jem Myers, who was with us for a weekend connection. Benjamin Myers interviewed people from Integrity Children's Fund, and we have some other interviews lined up
Well, that's
shortly.
great.
And of course, our own Michelle T, who launched her book a few
Wow.
years ago, but we had that soft launch at the Weekend Connection.
That's fantastic, Andrew. Oh, I use the word Andrew. That is my special name for this fellow. His name is DJ Jew to you.
Yeah, man. Andrew or DJ Drew, whichever one.
Well, it was really great having you here tonight, DJ Drew. And I know my listeners, our listeners actually, got to know you a little bit more. So thank you for being here with us, and I wish you guys a wonderful night.
And here, just a minute. Here's the twist now. More than likely, not more than likely, I will be the one who will be interviewing Dr. E on his life. So watch
I'm
out for that,
boring.
folks. Coming up soon. A radio
Okay,
station near you.
DJ Jew, thanks for being here tonight. It's great to have you here, brother. And thank you for being on A Moment in Time,
Thank you
making
so very
your
much.
moments
Pleasure is all
special.
mine.
Okay, that was great talking with DJ Drew. Now, I know he has some albums out. He was involved with Change, and I know this album is an old album, but I think it might still be available. You can contact DJ Drew for his albums or whatever he is doing. So please know that DJ is more than just a DJ. DJ Drew is a very special friend and a really talented actor.
Why won't you try?
Next week on the spot, we will have DJ Funky. At least that's the plan.
Until you weary
And each week we will have another DJ being featured.
now he'll give you love and truth.
I just want to say a very special greeting to DJ Milton. He's taking an hiatus for a moment,
And you
but we love you, brother, and wish you all the best in your endeavors. And looking forward to you coming back online with us.
will be much better than it is now.
So DJ Funky, get ready for next week.
He'll give you life eternally. So tell me, why won't you try?
Again, I want to say a very special thanks to DJ Jew for joining me here. This is A Moment in Time.